Happy Monday, everyone. My name is Wayne Bolden. I'm your Speed King. Let's get this week off to a flying start for sure. As always, turn your closed captions on. And remember, tip sheets will be available for this upcoming weekend, the Santa Anita Derby for sure. Email us at speedking24@yahoo.com. All stakes tip sheets are $15. Thanks, everybody, for the continuous support. It helps keeps us on the air. Well, we're going to look at some stake races on Friday. You can tell spring is in the air. Over at Aqueduct in Jamaica, Queens, New York, they have the Distaff Handicap, race number 7 on Friday. 150,000 for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up. A full field of 8. It is a grade 3 race, 150,000. Going to give you our top 3 picks. Or 4 picks in here for sure. We're going to go, being a little cute, I guess, we're going to go right to the number 2. Gerrymander. Well, the first thing you recognize about Gerrymander is that he's trained by Chad Brown, of course. She's been away for 195 days since she last ran at the parks on September 24th in a grade 1 Cotillion Stakes, right? Finished 8th by 25. Something awfully wrong went there. They turned her out. She's making her 4-year-old debut. She's been tangling with the best of the best company. The only question is if this is a training race. This race is only 7 furlongs, and she really is not. She's really a long distance horse, but she is so classy and has been running with so many great horses. I don't think Chad Brown will put these horses places where they wouldn't give a good showing of herself, particularly making her 4-year-old debut. Bred beautifully by Into Mischief on the backside by Hard Spun. And the other big note here is to note that Manny Franco took this horse over Rosse Valise, the number 6 horse, who he has won the last 2 races on and is extremely fast, the number 6. So that tells me that Gerrymander is probably ready to fire. The field isn't that strong, and I can see why he would opt to ride this graded animal opposed to the very, very nice Rosse Valise, the number 6 horse here. So we're going to go ahead and roll the dice a little bit and give Gerrymander, give her a chance to return as a 4-year-old, bigger, stronger, faster, after having 8 starts, 3 of them wins in 2 seconds for $400,000. She should have grown up a whole lot in the last 6 months, and we should see a good showing from the number 2, Gerrymander. And our second pick again is going to be the horse we just talked about, the number 6, Rosse Valise, right? This is a very, very fast horse and a formal claimer. This horse was claimed back-to-back or almost back-to-back for $45,000 and $32,000. I mean, when you find a mare like this, she's 5 years old, 9 wins from 25 starts, 4 seconds and 2/3 for $477. Sometimes, if you've ever played the claiming game, and of course I dipped and dabbed a little bit, when you find a mare like this, or a colt or a gelding like this, they just run. And Rosse is a very, very fast horse, and you don't have to look far to see who's going to be in the lead out the gate in this 7 furlong race. Now, Manny Franco may have gotten off, but the hot Jose Ortiz is on the horse. As you know, last weekend he won 4 or 5 races down there at Gulfstream. Him and his brother Irad dominated the day at Gulfstream Park. So again, our second pick will be Rosse Valise for sure in here. Our third pick is right outside of Rosse, the number 7 horse. I like this horse, if for no other reason than the pace figures. Funny How has 5 wins from 7 starts and 2/3, right? Only for $263,000. Did win an overnight stake race on February 12th, which was the Broadway Stakes. Now tests graded company, and will have to just continue to improve to beat the likes of Gerrymander and Rosse, the number 6 horse, Rosse Valise. for sure. So our third pick will be Funny How. And if I had to round out our superfecta, which I always like to do, I know there's several of our listeners love us to round out the super. I'm going to move right inside to the one horse, Past the Champagne. 2 wins from 7 starts, 3 seconds, trained by Mr. Weaver, George Weaver, Jose Lascano, who I think is really, really underrated. He's a pretty decent rider for sure. Well, this horse has some back figures that suggest that this horse should run really, really well here as well. Particularly if the classy horse like Gerrymander don't fire and for some reason Rossi backs up. The number 1 horse, Past the Champagne, don't need no introduction. Okay, this is a lightly raced mare. 5 years old, only 7 starts, 2 wins, 3 seconds. George Weaver is a decent trainer. This horse has been tangling with some grade 3 company and also got necked in a overnight stake race, which was the Wayward Last Stakes back there in January, right at Tampa Bay. So I believe the number 1 horse will be our 4th pick, Past the Champagne. So in this year Distaff Grade 3 Handicap at Aqueduct on Friday, as we kick the spring and the summer off, we're going to go right to the old Chad Brown horse, Gerrymander. So for us, it's 2, 6, 7, 1 in that order. We think Gerrymander should be able to get it done when they turn for home and she can stay in contact with the field. There's no question who will be making up the ground down the center of the track with Manny Franco in the arms. She'll be picking them up and laying them down, but she has to stay within contact of these horses. So for us, it's all about Gerrymander. Rossi is our 2nd pick, and of course Funny How is our 3rd pick, rounding it out with Past the Champagne. So for us again, 2, 6, 7, 1 in this year's Distaff Handicap at beautiful Aqueduct. Stay classy, y'all. Have a great work week. And if you ever need anything from me, please email me at speedking24@yahoo.com. Or you can also text me. Just tell me who you are, 732-804-0637. Stay classy in all that you do. I'll talk with you classy folks real soon.